Hello boys and girls, this is Rotenks from Visual TCG, and I'm going to be bringing you a Galahad deck profile on Cardfight 0. After this we'll be having some gameplay like I usually do. So we'll start off, you have the starter. All the starter does is top 5, you check for the grade 1 Galahad and then stack the rest. It's like Tsukiyomi. So we'll go from 0 to 3 this time, so we'll go with grade 1s. You have your PGs, obviously you need 4 of it, it's kind of staple. And again, another 4 of staple is you have grade 1 Galahad. What he does is, that's not grade 1 Galahad, that's grade 1 Galahad. So when the grade 2 rides on top of him, you soul charge 1, and if you check top 5, you search for the grade 2 at the start of your ride phase. And like the Suki chain, if you get the ride, you can't ride as again in that turn. So you get the superior ride, you can't ride up the extra grade. You have to stay on that ride. So if you had like another plan to ride into like Blast the Blade for some reason, and you hit the grade 2, you can't do that anymore. But then you have 3 Pongal. I run 3 of him since I want to use him to either A, full up soul when I don't ride the grade 1, or like when I'm missing a chain, it can help turbo out to 6 soul, and it also tutors out a Soul Saver Dragon, which can be good. And also he's the only card in the deck that synergizes with Young Pegasus Knight, and I just wanted to run him since he's my boy. He's the boy. What Young Pegasus Knight does is during your main phase, he soul charge, he gets 3k every time you soul charge in main phase. My dumbass thought it was whenever, because I didn't read. And so I was thinking, oh, you call him before you ride Galahad, then you ride Galahad, and you soul charge 2, he's a 13k beat, he's a 12k beat stick, but no. It's during main phase. Anyway, grade 2s, again you have your 4, which is grade 2 Galahad. When the grade 3 rides on top of him, you soul charge 2, and you check top 5 for the grade 3 at the start of your ride phase. You ride him, and if you do ride him, you don't ride anything else during that turn. Then you have 3 Akane. On place, CB2, call out a high beast. It's an expensive play, but it works because you get out your Pongal, then you go into SSD and you just dunk. And I run 3 Blaster Blade. You should really run it at 4, but I have the Dark. I need to run at least one of the Dark, man. It's just Vanguard Blaster Blade with no rearguard skill. Why wouldn't you want to run the Dark? And then I run 2 Machine Man. I don't remember his name, but what he does is if you have 6 or more cards in Soul during your turn, he gets 3k, become a 12k beat stick. So he's good against Amber Dragons and Blouse who have the 12k intercepts. And now we go to grade 3s. We have 4 Galahad. What he does is 11k base, which is probably the best thing about him. But he can also steal games because his skill is when you have 6 or more cards in Soul. CB2. And he gains for the turn 3k and 1 crit. So it's as many times as you want, so ideally you can do it twice in 1 turn, and hit 17k 3 crit. Here's the draw trigger. Oh, I'll go through triggers before going through all the grades. So we have 3 crits, 6 draw, 4 heal. 4 heal, since it's Vanguard, you want 4 heals in most decks. 6 draw, since I'll go through the crits and say why I use crits. I run crits since if you say, for example, you have to ride Alfred himself, who's the crit, or Soul Saver Dragon, you still have that sudden crit pressure, and you also have the early game, oh, I flip crit, I can do more damage and push him faster. Because the premise of my build is try and use Galahad not to kill most of the time, but instead to try and pull out the PGs, which the opponent should have. If not, then you get the benefit of killing the opponent. So yeah, there's that. So 6 draw, you do that because you want to draw, and stands don't really work well on this deck since Galahad, if he does hit, boosts up their Vanguard by at least 10k, which is a bit annoying if you get a stand, because that's going to be hitting the Vanguard, and you just want to swing rears if you rears most of the time. So that's why you don't run too many draws, because you'll just be drawing too much resources, not being. That's why you don't run any stands, because you can't be hitting Vanguard, and that's why you don't run too many draws. Because if you run 9 draws, you're just going to be keep drawing the things, but you can't keep calling them out, or else Amber Drags will be like, no, get punished. So next, the other 2 draws you run is Soul Saver Dragon, Vanguard Ren attacking, he gets 3k, and Vanguard Rigard, Soul Blast 4, 3 of your units get 5k for the turn. It's stackable. I mean, not stackable. It's as many times as you want during a turn. So usually you'll probably be getting it off 2 times. I think there's a fight where I do it 2 times. So there's that. For the heals, you'd ideally want 4 Ganslot, but as you see, I don't have 4 Ganslot. Yeah, so you run Ganslot as a heal. Like Ganslot, if you ever have him, is instantly a heal. The reason why is because of his hand skill, where you put him back to deck and you search out a Blaster Blade. That essentially ups your Blaster Blade count by as many Ganslots as you have in the deck. So for me, I'm technically running 5 Blaster Blades. Since I have Ganslot, send them back, I get 1 again. And I also get heals back in rotation, because again, Galahad stacks. So with it being in rotation like this, I can what's the word for it? What's the word I'm looking for? I can use him to shuffle the deck and get all the triggers back to rotation instead of being stacked, which is a risky move, but I can reward you. And then instead of running like Alfred early or something, because you're not going to be running grade 2, there's no point. There's no point in running Alfred early when you're not going to be riding into Blaster Blade. I do most of the time. So I run 2 Palamedes. What he does is during your turn you have 2 or more grade 3 units, gets 3k, becomes 13k beater. He can beat over your opponent's 12k intercepts. As you see, 12k intercepts are something I'm afraid of, because they're really goddamn good, and with Amber Dragons, they can force you to call another booster, which can be really annoying, since then they can use the skill to like pop shit. Which is why I run some cards which can hit over 12k by themselves. And that was the idea of also running Young Pegasus Knight, but he just became my boy. He can become 9k in some niche situations, otherwise just a fun card to throw the opponent with. Anyway, this is the Galahad deck, and now we'll hop into some fights. Alright, we are back for the fights. So, this is 3 fights like normal, with Galahad, like I did with my other deck profiles. I think the first round fight is against Cobra. Yes, it is. I think we first the guy twice. I'm not sure. But anyway, the hand isn't that bad. I keep the Ganslot in hand, since with Galahad again, I want to put shit back in deck, and I'm not afraid of drawing into both my Blast Blades. Anyway, it's sad we missed on the top 5 check. Right now the gameplay is going a bit fast, so I'm not going to be able to like instantly tell you what I see. I think I saw like 1 trigger in the bottom 5, so not bad. But he attacks, he has that annoying booster in the back. The reason why that's annoying is because if I call a grade 2, also I get the grade 2 Galahad, because if I call a grade 1 to boost and hit over a number, he can just boost and pop it. I think that's what I do though. We call Pegasus Knight, it's like he's the least valuable grade 1, and he can just tank it. He does get a defensive, and we don't get a damage trigger to get break through it, but that doesn't matter much. That is at least 1 Overlord out, which I will take, since Overlord does a lot of shit against this deck, and I don't like it. Anyway, he rides the grade 2 Amber Dragon. He has an entire ride chain, so yeah. And he just pushes damage. My bad. And we heal. That's a heal I didn't really want to get at that moment, since I now don't have 2 CB to do Galahad. And we also whiff the Galahad top 5 expected, to be honest. That's a bad soul charge. But yeah, and instead of like going, oh, just commit more, I just go hit rears. Don't give him Amber Dragon skill yet. Cause the opponent will probably have to hit my rear. Either way, I do think I tank a Amber Dragon hit. Or something similar. And yeah, they're just committing shit. They have the fucking 12k. Which is a bit of a yikes. I think they pushed me to 3 here. Yeah, they pushed me to 3 damage. Odd numbers with Galahad is very annoying. because I can't do much. You know, so at this point I'm like, I really need that Blaster Blade, so I'm going to use Gancelot skill. I keep misclicking a bit with fat fingers, but so we do it. Again I misclick, we just Galahad, get that extra crit to make up for only having one attack. This is why I like Galahad, since it makes up for having your rear guards have to dedicate to rears by having the extra crit. But he is pretty bad, but he is also pretty fun. So he only caused 1 intercept, which I really am enjoying. He does send me up to 4 damage and I think 5 here. He does get a draw. And how about a heal? But he doesn't heal. So that's all good for me. I still see no trigger. I would have liked a draw or a heal. Didn't see any. I decide to use Galahad's skill once again. Call Kane. I was thinking of calling the grade 1 Pegasus Knight, but I was like, nah, no point in giving him enough animation. Now here's a crit. And they have no PG. So I'm like, oh, alright, I'll emote. Karma comes back and bites me for heal. So I emote back, oh shit. And this is where Overlord comes down. If you didn't have the Overlord, I would have won this, I think. Because Overlord gives him the free attacks on Vanguard. I had to PG that one, meaning now if I do get a heal, I had to get another. Since I cannot get, since one heal won't stop that. And it wouldn't have mattered since he did get that double fucking draw trigger. And see here, we do get a heal. We have 2 left in deck now. I have like 15 cards in rotation still, and we don't get it. Understandable. So you win some, you lose some. That one was a loss, and we didn't end up getting Legend 6 from that. So that's a bit sad. But now we're going to game 2. Found another person pretty easily, and it's the same guy. Yeah, it is the same guy. So we're getting a rematch instantly. I only send the Blaster Blade back because like, oh, if I get a Gancelot, I can resend it back. But instead I get the other heal. So if I had a Gancelot there, it would have actually mattered. But so we went first. We whiffed the top 5. He rides a PG, which I like, because that means they lack 1 less grade 2, and that's another Palamedes, which is a bit yikes. We do hit the grade 2 search though, but we do not commit since we had to get a defensive to get over, since I'm not calling down the PG, not this early in the game. They ride the dust, but it's only 9k, which is very good for me. We do get a defensive draw, which means I have to get another trigger to break, and they don't get it, which annoys me because once again, I want the 2CB. We do hit the Galahad though, and I do think I called it up a Galahad or Intercept. I called Pegasus Knight and Pongal. I see, I remember now. I Pegasus Knight into Pongal, into Soul, get the SSD out. Now I have 2 attacks that will hit. I just need to get at least 1 trigger. I attack with Vanguard first, so if I get a crit, that's at least 2 damage. Because he could have just got a defensive and said no, that Vanguard's not hitting anymore. But it says rear guard. They do ride the Amber. And double the Harlem, which is annoying since that means I have to commit more. Or do I? Because I think I do have the 12k boy in hand. There is another whiffed heal though, so we're 3 heals out. That's the one good heal I want in hand, so that's a bit of a yikes. We do move back. What do I do? Oh yeah, I see. I call the Galahad and the 12k boy. I make it look like I'm playing stance, because that somehow still works. And we do get a crit, so it's like I did use Galahad's skill. Because the opponent goes up to 4, he gets a draw, and he gets another draw. This is good for me since that's free Overlord out, but bad for me since the chances he got a PG increased a lot. And there's also the other Overlord. It ends up better for me that I use Overlord skill heal. Because what he really should have done is just Amber Dragon skill. Use Dual Axe to hit my 9k, hit with Amber Dragon, pop both my rears, and then attack Vanguard. But he does that but worse, because he lets me have my grade 1 booster still. But as you see here, it doesn't matter since he double heals and wins with skill. I know, right, he doesn't win with skill, he just puts me up to 5. But here's where I'm like, shit, what do I do? I'm at low hand, I had 7 soul, so it's like, alright, re-ride, get the 8 soul, use Galahad twice, we're banking on no PG, we're big dicking it, with double soul saving, all in, If we don't win, we fucking die. I final turn to ensure good luck. We don't get any trigger, but they don't have the PG. They C2 go into the damage. No defensive. They needed 2 defensive at least. They needed 3 defensive to survive this. And we win. That's the beauty of Galahad. You can just 2 to 4 the opponent with one beautiful swing. Which is pretty funny. But we do end up getting our revenge against a Cargo player. Next is against a Granblue. I really would have... This video would have been a Granblue video if I did get it, but I didn't pull the Granblue stuff. I'm missing like 1 Night Mist and 3 Ruin Shade and 2 Baskirk and 1 Chappie. So yeah, I'm missing a lot. Anyway, our hand's not that bad actually. It's pretty good. We do hit the Galahad Superior Ride as well. They're using the Samurai Exceed starter, which is, in my opinion, the better one. There are people that run like the Guiding Zombie to mill 3 and the other one that mills one of the top 10. I think. I don't remember. I think that's a card, yeah. I think that is, yeah. Anyway, we do Soul Charge a Blaster Blade, which I do not mind. That is just 1 intercept less. And since it's Granblue, I have no fear in giving them CB early on. Because the best usage of the CB is for Night Mist, but as you see they have no Night Mist and they're gonna have to commit either hand to get Night Mist active or have to call Chappies. They do ride Ruin Shade, which is a pretty good card in this format since if you don't mill, granted you don't mill PGs, it's a good card. PGs or triggers, it's a good card in this format. They do use Guiding Zombie to build the Vanguard up bigger to ensure that it hits the 19k base. They do mill a Chappie and a Ghost Ship, which is a pretty good mill. We do get a defensive, as you see, 19k base, so that defensive ain't doing shit. They do get 1 trigger and another Chappie. I do like the Chappies being milled. And we do get defensive draw, which I again like. We do have all 4 draws out now. That is a bit of a yikes. We do Soul Charge 2 alright units. We use Galahad skill because these rearguards aren't going to be hitting Vanguard anytime soon. So we just wipe out the grade 2 intercepts and hit for 2 crit. Now that I'm rewatching this gameplay, I actually think Galahad's better than what I give him. But I still like calling him Galahad since it flows better. They do ride Baskirk, which is... I don't know, I don't have any experience playing Granblue much. Would you want to ride Baskirk or would you want to ride Samurai Spirit Boy? I think you want to ride Baskirk, yeah? Because just call 5 helps a lot because it calls 2 intercepts. Anyway, here I feel like the Granblue player misplays a bit because the grade 3 there I believe is on place, CB2 call card from drop. Let me turn off my thing. So it's CB2, call 1 from drop, so we could have called the Ruin Shade from drop, then use Night Mist and kill that Night Mist to kill the grade 3 to ensure a double intercept. But for some reason he didn't. He does get a draw though, so he has 2 cards in hand. We know that there's 1 or 2 PGs out. So at this point I'm like, alright, rewrite, we're gonna set up for the double SSD once again, and we just boink. With the 2 crit. So it's like, at the moment I'm expecting him to fully have a PG in hand. Like, I go into the swings expecting the PG. We do flip a crit and a heal, and he doesn't have a PG once again, so we do win that match like a pro. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video.